March 3rd, 2026, and it's about 2:30 in the afternoon. On the this morning at 6 a.m., the total lunar eclipse, the red moon, and it's meditations on a year of high consequence number 11. 11 to me is a magical number. People that know my creation myth vision know and understand why. Why did I bring that up? Oh man, things are validating. I'm not saying that particular myth, but other things. 11 comes up a lot, and it came up today as my housemate was trying to take photos of the moon. She caught something on camera, which to me is kind of my own personal disclosure. I have to admit it, and maybe 5 people are checking this out. My friends, well, you should PM me about how that actually works, but I'll post the photograph to Facebook. People checking this out on YouTube that may want to get into it further have to PM me. So it feels like I have like total confirmation in my visioning, and what I want to say is, let's just react to what's going on. We're in the 4th day of Iran, United States, Israeli, and a lot of the rest of the Arab world's getting pulled into it, and seems like craziness. And it is, but it's a little bit like, to me, in some ways, I don't want to get on either side of all the different controversies, and we're only 4 days into it, and there's already, I think, a lot of misrepresentation of what's going on. I just want to say it's tension that needed to be released, and we'll see where this goes. In any case, we got to count on the leaders to be responsible and try to hold the kind of stability while different changes come up from the ground as all of us engage our own higher selves in pragmatic and practical ways, because the what I see is happening here in terms of all the prophecies and also the energies I'm feeling, and now that I feel like I've been validated by I'm gonna say beyond galactic federation. That was a thumbs up from nth with an N-T-H, dimensional higher mind, saying, Mikey, you're on track, hang in there. And whether or not that's true, I'm reading it that way, and I've got a lot of interesting healing type energy flowing through me, which I think is where we're all meant to go. And in the next handful of years, bring it to practical levels in how we do business and how we eat and how we take care of our health. The Maha movement is so on track. The fact that we had to take the wild card of Trump along with it, I think, is turning out to be karmically perfect, because it's showing everybody's worst fears, slamming them in their face. Oh my God! And now there's nothing to do but just break right through it. China, bull in a China style, and see, the right wing has a thing called faith, and the left wing has a thing called try to be responsible. Yikes! And it's somewhere in between, All of this is to the high ground of synthesis of the high ground. And you get over responsible, and you get all these committees taking 20 years to tell us, I think probably we should go back to community if we want any of this to make sense, and maybe stop overusing all our resources. I'm going to say, duh! Jeez. Stone hippies could have told you that 50-something years ago. And we're in the year of the fire horse, which happens lots of decades. Last one was in 1967, and that was the Summer of Love, where forces building up from the beatnik and all the abundance of the United States, which was letting people sort of discover themselves. And in San Francisco, LSD was legal. It was legal all over, but that's where they were picking up on it. And the really, really good stuff, which I've tried once, somebody said I earned it and pulled it out of a refrigerated vault. Someone who was mentioned in the electric Kool-Aid acid test when I went out to Santa Fe impressed them with my young fledgling hippie credentials. Said, Mike, maybe I think you earned one of these. And it was just exactly pretty much the same energy that I arrived at when I did a week's long of fasting which coincided with not needing any sleep. Really, I did not need sleep. It was not a question of insomnia and restlessness. I was super peaceful the way I'm feeling now. A kind of a quiet, but it's got a buzz to it. It's a little bit like ringing in your ears, but it's not annoying like ringing in your ears. It's just got a subliminal, tiny, vibrational presence, and otherwise a stillness. And I recognize this as being in tune with spirit or higher intuition. And we're coming to a place where the prophecies are coming true. But you know who's really on time on a daily basis? Astrology. I'm impressed. And that actually dovetails with a lot of the biblical prophecies, even though the biblical prophecies just takes the last couple thousand years, foreshortens it and simplifies it, because otherwise it would be too complex for regular people working too hard, not having enough time to really meditate, and having to take things on faith and understanding with their hearts that there's got to be a higher meaning to it all.